Okay, so what was your day-to-day at Philly International? Because I always heard of, like, Philly International's opening back up, and everybody worked at Philly International, but did anything come out of Philly International?
No question. You forgot no question? I remember the question in the group. I don't care what your mama said. What your mama. Y'all okay?
I remember no question.
Oh wow.
Yes.
But Fonte didn't respond to it. I was like, ah,
His
man.
eye just got big.
This was an R&B group.
Yeah.
I take it.
It had to be. I mean, her name was no question. So I mean, that kind of
They sealed their own fate.
But you're right, James. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
So we go down in the morning and just work until like 10:45, and that's when Zog, who was Mr. Huff's right-hand man, and Zog played drums on Curtis Mayfield Superfly album.
Wow. Okay.
And Zog be like, time to go.
Oh.
So we were like, yo, Gams, man, can we stay later? And Gams was like, man, this ain't no flop house. Y'all leaving out of here at 10:45.
He wouldn't let y'all work late?
No.
Wow.
And always make sure his guy closes
They close the doors and send us home. But it's crazy. I had Linda Creed's old room.
Wow.
Linda Creed, who wrote
People in the world go around.
all them records. Yeah. It was so he had the psychedelic carpet on the wall.
Oh yeah,
it was crazy.
All the original stuff.
And just being there in sessions and Lou Rawls it's crazy. Like the old Lou Rawls, they were finished up Phyllis Hyman's album at the time.
Did you play on any of those things?
I think I played on a Lou Rawls song.
Okay. Was Phyllis nice?
I didn't meet her.
So what years? Just so we know, what years was Philly International?
This is 88 and 89.
80 yeah.
Okay.
Well, based on his albums coming out.
But the greatest thing I got from that was just sitting around listening to Gams and Mr. Huff talk.
Yeah.
Really?
It was so I remember one time they were watching videos on TV. Some girls group was on. I knew. They all right, but they ain't nothing like them Jones girls, huh? And the Huff was like, yeah.
Like Waldorf and Statler. Just right.
They all right.
So I wanted to ask you, man, how did you talk about your process of going from being a musician, being a player, to being a producer? Because there's a lot of people who can play, but making tracks or being that, it's a different thing.
So at the time, I really wanted to be a musician, just be on the road and whatnot. And I met some guys that were constantly on the road. And I saw their living situations, and I saw it, and I was like, remember, me smart, because
finance.
Me
chemical engineering, man.
Chemical engineering, me finance.
Me smart.
Me kicked out of 10 different schools.
right.
So I was like, okay, this is not going to amount to much. You know what I mean? This is a monkey's hustle. I can keep chasing this. And I was like, okay, what's the next step to this? So I was like, okay, let me be strategic and start writing songs.
Okay.
And I wrote a bunch of gospel songs that are out, Hezekiah Walker recorded some, Bruce Parham, and, a bunch of different. So I started writing other songs. I remember I wrote some songs, and I let this guy in Philly, who was like a pretty well-known songwriter, hear some stuff, and he was like, this is terrible.
Who?
His name was Spencer.
Bernard?
What?
Spencer?
Big Spencer.
I know the name Spencer. I know that guy. Yeah,
Like,
I've heard his name.
That's happened to me quite a bit when I send music to people and they hate it. Fonte being one of them.
Oh shit! Tell it.
No, it is cool. The stuff.
I love it. It's good.
The stuff I did at the time, I was searching, and it was absolute trash.
I'm trying to remember what it
and
was.
I appreciate you like
It was clearly memorable.
You ain't lying and be like, oh, this is cool. You were like, nah.
Yeah, Fonte don't fuck around. Family or not, that shit is whack. Fonte be like, nah, son, that shit is
like, nah, and I appreciate that.
Yo, I love you. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't want to have you out.
I know,
here looking,
and I appreciated that. I absolutely appreciate that. Somebody would have lied, and I'd still be dealing with some whackness. You know what I mean?
Fonte the first to tell you the truth.